Today in the battle arena, we have two guys. The longer that they fight, the stronger that they get. The more angry they get, and the more derpy they get. We have Saitama from One Punch Man going up against the angry guy himself, the Hulk. And per your request in other videos, yeah, we're going to do comic Hulk and manga and anime Saitama. These two have sparked a ton of debate over the past few years, so we're going to settle the score, get down to the very bottom of it. Which person comes out on top today? Is it Saitama or is it the Hulk? Stay tuned to find out. But before we do that, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, turn on post notifications. That helps this video and our channel out, and we appreciate it so much. Let's start with Saitama. So, a lot of people are kind of annoyed with Saitama at this point because they're like, this guy's a joke character. He's not even like a real guy. Everything he does is just broken. So the artist one is trying to make this joke hero. He deserves to be against people like Shaggy and Popeye or Bugs Bunny. But let's be honest, all these are cartoons as well. Comics, imaginary characters. But the thing about Saitama, this guy annihilates most, and keyword here, most of the opponents that he goes up against. And so, if it doesn't kill each opponent with one punch, the joke kind of falls apart. The spoof, the gag kind of unravels. So that's where we're going to kind of lean into today. There have been people that he's come up against that's taken more than one punch to defeat. So it doesn't live by this universal rule that everybody he punches loses. Saitama has actually been in some fights that people got hits on him, he got hits on them. So I think that's why today him against Hulk is going to be a big deal. But the other side of the coin is people argue Saitama only punches people with intentionality, with the full intent of what he wants the result to be. Sometimes when he's wanting to be playful, he hits lighter, or if he's looking for a good fight, he hits softer. But when he is serious, when he is angry, he's able to put more power into his punch to accomplish exactly what he wants to happen. For example, this fight with him and Boris. So let's talk about what we've actually seen Saitama be able to do. If we were to talk about what his potential was or his intentions with his punches, there's not really any way we can scale that, and that's a crazy way to make decisions on a debate on who would win a fight. So some of the impressive strength feats that we've seen Saitama be able to do is in his fight with Boris, he was able to deflect his collapsing star roaring cannon with his serious punch. He had the power to wipe away the planet's surface, parting the clouds of the entire world with the pressure and the fatal injury to Boris. The amount of power it takes to punch through a star-level attack from a star-level hero is definitely noteworthy. Saitama was also kicked to the moon in this fight and then jumped all the way back to Earth. The dude jumped to Earth from the moon. He's got hops. And besides that, he's really tough. Like I said, he survived a kick to the moon without any damage. He had no injuries from the collapsing star roaring cannon shot either. Like Saitama's serious punch, he has a serious series of attacks and abilities, one being the serious sideways jump. And that really is going to highlight his speed. He's able to move left to right fast enough to create dozens of after images and create a powerful shockwave. He reacts to Sonic, not like this guy, but this guy. He's able to move at Mach speed, and he even outspeeds him. He's also able to dodge and keep up with Flashy Flash, not the Flash from DC Flash. Just a comparison between the two, Flashy Flash lands at about 55% the speed of light, where the DC Flash, who runs at time velocity, fast enough to beat teleportation, which that number is too big to put on the screen. It's literally 23 with 14 zeros after that, times the speed of light. Not sure what you're going to do with that information, but now you know it. But Saitama's fast. He's still fast. We don't see much damage being dealt to Saitama. He's barely affected after a barrage of attacks from Boris. He takes hits from all of his other opponents as well, even allowing his enemy to strike first to see if it's going to be a good fight or not. Maybe the most damage that we've seen is from a cat scratch, and maybe a little damage to his self-confidence when it's brought up that he's bald. And we're just going to move right past this part. We're just going to act normal. Be normal. Just keep going. Now let's talk about the Hulk. Yeah, we all know Bruce Banner, the gamma ray accident that turned him into the great green giant. Not this green giant, but you know, Hulk. So let's talk about a few strength feats from Hulk. And of course, we're going to start with the most impressive, the very best, the craziest feats. So buckle up because this dude is stupid strong. He's really strong. We've seen the Hulk support the weight of a star. And according to astrology.com, A star can weigh about 100 solar masses, and a solar mass is the same weight of 333,000 Earths. Since it's 100 solar masses, that's 100 times that number, and that equals to be about 33,300,000 Earths. That's how much Hulk is able to carry, able to support. The Hulk has fought against another Hulk, causing earthquakes. The Hulk has fought against another Hulk, causing earthquakes all over the entire Earth. Same again in his fight against Red Hulk, and even Hulk from our video here a few weeks ago causes earthquakes just by taking steps. So the question is, yeah, Hulk is strong, but is he able to fight? Oh yeah, he can fight. Like his catchphrase is Hulk smash. He's able to smash buildings, earth, faces. He actually punched in the Abomination's face, like just crushed it. And Abomination's strength surpasses Hulk's strength when Hulk is in a calm state. Wanda even said that Hulk is the strongest out of a crew of people that included herself and Hercules. If Hulk can punch through people the same way Saitama can, well, can Hulk take a punch? We've seen him take several hits from Juggernaut, who is said to be the strongest being to walk on Earth, and one of the strongest beings in the entire universe. Juggernaut is able to usually best Thor and Hulk in fights, and in most cases, the strongest incarnation of Hulk, Juggernaut is able to overpower. A crazy moment in Hulk's fight against Vector, he's able to resist entirety of reality being propelled away from him. Vector states, "I'm able to wipe away worlds, and yet you continue to advance." And that's just another great feat for the big guy. And if that's not strong enough or impressive enough for you, the Hulk is taking punches from himself. That's a big deal. Let's talk about his speed. He is definitely not as fast as Saitama, but he's comparable to like Spider-Man. If we're going to put him on the board, you can compare. He's tagged Spider-Man a few times. He's able to dodge Thor's hammer, and that's pretty quick. For a big boy, he's able to move around pretty quickly, but Saitama still has the edge here over speed, so we're going to have to give speed to Saitama. But it's worth also mentioning another feat for the Hulk. He has the ability to regenerate. The Hulk's been able to regroup from beams piercing straight through him, huge organ-deep slashes, chest punctures, head stabs from Wolverine, and even 90% of his flesh being removed from Vector. He is still going. He is still regenerating just in a few panels. So let's talk about the actual fight. So Saitama against the Hulk. They come up face to face. Who's going to win? So I think it's going to go a little bit like this. Saitama is going to throw a few punches just to kind of see where the Hulk is strength-wise, what he's able to handle. Start off with like a little bit of toying. Saitama is just way more interested in a good fight than just finishing him right away. Similar to Goku, where Goku could end the opponent right away, but he's more interested in growing from his fight, being challenged in the end. He ends up getting into deeper waters he's able to even handle. And a lot of the Z fighters actually get on to him for this. They're like, just finish the fight. Stop toying around with him. Saitama actually does the exact same thing. And honestly, since Saitama is a little tongue-in-cheek, this is probably just calling out Goku and the writing of Dragon Ball Z, to be honest. The dangerous thing about toying with the Hulk is that I don't think this is going to go in Saitama's favor. Here's the thing with Saitama. If the fight were to be quick, if he would bring his very best at the very beginning, I think that Saitama can win. But it's not in his character to do that. His character is to poke, to figure out if this is going to be a good fight or not, the same way he did with Boris. And that's just not going to pan out in his favor against the Hulk. It's going to make the Hulk angry, and the more angry the Hulk gets, the stronger he gets, the more endurance he gets, the more durability he has, and this is just going to make the fight harder and harder the longer it goes. The whole paradox of this video is that Saitama is a character that's never been up against anybody that has been able to even come close to how strong or powerful he is. All he's able to do is toy around with his opponent. Even with Boris, he said that wasn't even really a real fight, was it? And Saitama was like, no, not really. But with the Hulk, we don't know the potential that the Hulk has. We haven't seen how strong he can actually be. We've seen him do crazy things, but the more angry he gets, the stronger he gets. So for both characters, we don't really know where the ceiling is. So just going off of the crazy feats we mentioned earlier, Saitama is able to punch away a star level attack. But the Hulk can also support and tank an attack that is star level as well. And we might have to look more at durability, but This is the thing. Saitama has said in the manga that he doesn't think he can get any stronger than this, meaning that he does potentially have a ceiling. The Hulk doesn't. He doesn't have a ceiling. The stronger he gets is all based off of how angry he is. And if we're going to look at durability, who is the toughest? Well, Saitama has definitely had some impressive durability moments from attacks and from hits that create massive craters and mountain level damage, maybe more. If we were generous, he's multi-continental in his durability, maybe even planet level in his durability. So to make it simple, Saitama definitely has a finite level of power. The Hulk does not. Saitama, if he has a finite level of power and strength, he probably has a finite level of defense as well. The Hulk doesn't. That's part of who the Hulk is. That's part of his character. And that doesn't mean the Hulk hasn't lost in a fight before. Yeah, he's lost, but his durability has a limitless potential. I mean, listen, the Hulk has had the fabrics of reality being torn away from him. And even all of his skin, he's literally just like a raisin, and he still finishes Vector. One version of the Hulk even destroyed Bruce Banner. Weird, I know. It's like Inception type stuff. But his anger is the compeller of his abilities and his features. So if there's strength as we know it, no one can say they know how strong Saitama is. In the same way, they don't know how strong the Hulk is. So what we do know is that as this battle rages on, say that it lasts for months, say that it lasts for years, the angrier the Hulk will become, meaning that the stronger he'll be, more endurance and more stamina he'll have. He'll become more durable. He'll become faster. And it'll just continue to compound and compound and compound. And Saitama cannot handle that. Saitama has a ceiling. The Hulk does not. So that's why today, the Hulk wins. But we'd love to know who you think wins this battle. Do you think it's Saitama or do you think it's the Hulk? Make sure to comment down below. Who do you think comes out on top? Also, let us know who else you want to see fight in the battle arena. We put out new videos every single week. Make sure to subscribe, to like this video, also turn on post notifications. That helps us out in the crazy algorithms of YouTube. And while you're at it, make sure to check out one of these videos here, that ones that we picked for you, maybe YouTube has picked for you, and we'll see you then. Thanks for watching.